Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for September for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be grateful if you did so now. This month begins with a lineup of energy in the sign of Virgo. Now, you will probably know that Virgo is very much to do with having a sense of duty, to understanding the efficiency of situations, to being of service to people, but also honing in on the finer details. And this month, as the Sun combines with Mars for the first 12 days, you have an opportunity to embrace all these energies, but in a very confident and positive way. This is an opportunity for you to raise your profile. And even if you're someone who is a little bit more cautious about putting your best foot forwards, or you're someone who's much more gregarious, you're going to find yourself in the spotlight. And it can lead to some important breakthroughs in your situation, certainly in terms of your goals and ambitions, but also around employment prospects too. Because the Sun and Mars together is going to give you a kind of super confidence and also a kind of extra energy and verve and determination to get things done. You want people to take you more seriously, which is very good. But also in the sign of Virgo, Mercury and Venus are combining and come together in a conjunction in week 2, which means not only do you have the drive, determination and grit of Mars and the innate sense of purpose from the Sun, you also have the quick wits of Mercury and the charm of Venus. So this is a veritable array of different attributes that you can deploy in pursuit of those big hopes that you have. Now, on the 6th of this month, there is a quarter moon, which occurs in your zodiac sign. So there could be somebody that you encounter who doesn't necessarily agree with your strategy to get ahead. This person could even be a current boss employer, or perhaps someone older in your family unit. Perhaps they're happier for the status quo to be maintained. But if you do feel you've gone as far as you can in one particular role or situation, this is an opportunity to recast your next phase of moves. And you can go forwards in a much more convincing and confident way if you believe in yourself, which you can do. So don't let the doubters stop you believing in yourself. But it is also true to say that Jupiter in your sign is squaring up with Neptune in your sector of emotions. So whatever plans you have for your worldly interaction, you need to understand how this is going to work in terms of the base of your operation. So that means your support systems, it means your life organisation. It's that classic work-life balance. And Neptune and Jupiter together can almost aggravate or inflame or exaggerate some tender issues which could be a distraction from that bigger picture which is so exciting. So it is going to be important to turn away from any distractions that stop you pursuing your key strands and objectives. So keep that sense of purpose, determination and clarity in the face of Neptune's rather distorting angle on your ruler. But by the 14th, we have two big events. Mercury moves into your sector of friendships and group activities and interactions, but there's also a full moon. This full moon is once again going to be accentuating the need to make sure that whatever you are trying to achieve, you are keeping other things in balance. And that means obviously making sure you get plenty of sleep and rest, and you're thinking about issues of security, be they physical or emotional. But also on the 15th, Venus moves alongside Mercury to join up in the sign of Libra. Now, Libra energy for you is absolutely superb because it's about how you link with the wider world in a much lighter and much more sociable way. But it's also about the things you aspire to that are driven more by your principles and the things that really define you in terms of your values. Now, the sun's going to be moving into this location on the 23rd, and we also have the autumn equinox, so we're at the halfway point of the astrological journey. But what happens before then is that the sun in the sign of Virgo forges a stunning link from the 10th to the 16th with Pluto. This combination, this trine, can give you such a sense of purpose. If you do see a clearly defined goal and you've done the groundwork to make a step towards it, you could now take a giant stride in its direction. Other people can be absolutely bowled over by your sense of single-mindedness, but also that sense of purpose. Now, also Mars, from the 16th through to the 24th, is also going to be forging a link with Pluto. Now, these two are the rulers of Scorpio, so you get some idea of the passion that they can generate when they're together, and they're going to give your willpower an enormous boost. So again, if you're clear about what you want to achieve, I feel that there's very little that's going to stop you making progress, because you can punch through obstacles superbly. And more importantly, Saturn, which has been slowing down issues related to your income and your sense of self-worth since the end of April in its retrograde, well, that starts to go forwards from the 18th in the same location as Pluto. So that's another slice of good news. But Mercury and Venus are going to be combining fantastically in the second half of this month, and the emphasis is going to shift a little bit away from those pure goals and ambitions and issues to do with status and property and negotiating with rather influential people. And you're going to be more in the mood to be a bit more playful and interactive. And there can be some superb opportunities to link up with people, particularly from the 23rd. There's a superb new moon on the 28th, but crucially in the last week of this month, both Mercury and Venus are angling towards your ruler. If there is somebody that you really like, whether it is in a social context or perhaps you're drawn to them more romantically, this would be a fantastic time to make your move, invite someone on a date, get together with friends, have a reunion, anything which connects you to others, particularly if it's like-minded people, can really see you flourishing. And I think although responsibilities can be a big factor this month, and thinking about the serious things, the serious demands that you can have, this lighter and frothier and friendlier and mixing and mingling end to the month really can see you celebrating the end of September in absolute style. So if there is good news, there's going to be plenty of people who are going to want to raise a glass and toast it with you. It's been a real pleasure being with you, Sagittarius. I'd love it if you would like or comment on this video, or if you'd like to know more about astrology based on your time, date and place of birth, please see the link beneath this video for my personal horoscope store. You can also look to book a one-to-one reading with me if you should desire. But for now, good luck and goodbye.